Let's create an asset adapter on the beacon. So to look at our starting point, I'll go to Hardware and All Assets and see what we have. And we have no assets, so we'll use the business adapter to create some assets. So I go to the beacon itself, go to Business Importer, and click New. In this adapter, we're going to start with Custom, and then we'll add the attributes that we want. We'll give this a name, the Simple Asset Adapter, and save. So I'll make this a little bit bigger. See, we're starting with the CSV file. Down here in the CSV file properties, over by file name, we have 3 dots. We click on those 3 dots and then go to the directory where the sample files are. And there is the asset CSV file that we wish to use. So I'll go ahead and open that up. I'll say the first row has the columns we need. And then on the right, there's a retrieve column list. We'll click on that, and that will connect to the data source, and then the property list has been successfully loaded. So now if I go to the data object, I can click on load data, and you can see that these are the assets that we wish to create. There's only a few of them here. Some are device, some are non-device, but we want to create these objects or these rows as assets. Back to clicking on the simple asset adapter at the bottom for tracing, we want to go ahead and tick off all of the activities that we want to track, and then the column for tracing itself is going to be asset name. So now that we have the file loaded, we're going to right click on data and choose what we're going to map it to. So I'm going to choose the asset, and here are the various fields that we can update on the asset record. Now on the asset object itself, we have these import rules. We'll go ahead and keep update existing objects or create new objects if we don't see it in a database already. The object ID we'll leave as asset ID, and the update rules will say reject duplicate records. Now for each of these fields on the left, we need to determine which ones are getting updated. If you look at the data again, we have an asset name, some serial number, an asset type, asset tag, asset status, and we don't have to update all of these. And in this exercise, we're just going to choose a few just to create those assets. So I'm going to click on asset name. We have properties and matching, data transformation, advanced properties on all these objects. So now I can start filling this out. So under source, we have a choice between field name and fixed value. We're going to use field name, and in the value dropdown, we're going to pick the column that we actually want to map this to. So I'm going to look for asset name, select that, and the update rule, never replace an existing value with a blank. Then we're going to tick the matching property that we're going to use this for matching existing field. And if found, we're going to go ahead and discard the record. We just want to make sure under data transformation, the read order is forward, and that under advanced properties, if the value is missing, we do nothing. You can see on the left side now, we have a green icon that says that that field now has some properties set for it. And we're going to go to the next one. We'll go to serial number. Same thing, we want the field value. The value itself is going to be a serial number, so I get to start typing in serial number, and it finds the property. The matching fields, again, should be ticked, and we're going to discard the record if found. Transformation is read only forward, and if value is missing, we're going to do nothing. Now the next one will be asset type. This one, the value for the field is asset type. The update rule will be always update this property. We're not going to check matching. The other areas look fine, so we'll move on to asset status. This is going to be a fixed value. Since we're creating assets, we're going to assume that it's purchased. So I'm going to type in purchased, and that'll be the value that's going to be used by all of them. Then on the update rule, I'm going to change this to never update the property. This means that if the asset status changes after the initial import, then the import will not reset it back to purchased on any subsequent import. So now we have 4 fields updated. That's good enough for now. We want to add a log file. We're going to right click on the simple asset adapter and then select log. Now we can save it and exit. So there's our simple asset adapter. We'll hit save in the beacon, hit OK. And now we could set a schedule for it. Whether it's the same schedule or a different schedule, I'll go ahead and just choose the schedule that we set for everything else, hit OK, and then we can also click execute now just to kick this thing off. Set OK, and that should be running. So now you can see I have a last run that just entered a time. So this is off and running now. If I take a look at the uploaded directory, I should now see my simple asset adapter zip file. And if I return to Flexera 1, go to data collection system tasks, I should see a simple asset adapter running. It looks like it's completed and it created 18 records. I can also go to data collection, data imports, see the simple asset adapter import here as well, and it completed. And if I go to hardware, all assets, I should be able to see the assets that were created. Notice the status is purchased on them all. I got various asset types, serial number, that all came in from our adapter.